Good afternoon. Welcome once again to Independent Television. The program is still Independent Investor, and I have
Ambrose Omodio.
yes, Ambrose. The market was down. The market was down 0.1% yesterday, and that brings the year-to-date returns to 0.21. And year on year, the market has lost 8.51%. Yesterday's advancers: UCAP 9.88, Honeywell Flour 9.52, Unilever 5%, FO 5%, AfriProod 4.87%.
The beauty of the market is coming out gradually. After the market have lost for almost full 1 week, yesterday we saw that even the rate of decline is reducing, telling that market is showing a sign of recovery. And you know that this morning, as market has opened, it has turned positive because many investors are coming back to the market now because anything has commenced at this week. And we saw UCAP and the Nigerian Brewery Champs result, and these results are positive. On that note, investors are now positioning in some stock. They expect that this company will post a positive result. On that note, they are back to the market after CBN decision has shake many of them out of the market because they don't know the next step of CBN. But now that they've seen the results are coming and they need to come back to the market, if you're sitting outside the market, you can't benefit from any rally. You have to come back and queue. They are now coming into keen in some good stocks that they know that at the end of the day, positive result will come from this company and the price will start rallying. They now make money from it on the short run.
Yes, UCAP particularly, revenue was 3.66 billion naira against 2.75, and PAT, profit after tax, 3.59 as against 1.14%. Earnings per share 0.59 as against 0.23. Now I'm curious, how come a net profit of 3.59 from a revenue of 3.66? That means they didn't earn anything. There's no cost.
No, if you look at the figure they posted or the number they released, at the first time, their real earnings, they're having about 2.6 billion profit.
Okay.
But they made additional profit from the sale of a metropolitan investment they made in that insurance company, and they realized about another 1.5 billion. We added to that 2.6, almost about 3.6. That's why we are seeing that after they have deducted their cost, because this additional fund is coming during the same quarter, they have to reflect on the result.
Okay.
And you can see that this result is for now the best result so far in the market. If a company can grow his profit after tax with almost 156% for just a 1 year's gap, so that this investment company are really working. And now investors in this company should expect that even they are not giving dividend at this point. For a company that paid 35 kobo last year with earning per share of 48 kobo, now for their second quarter they're having 60 kobo earning per share. Now they are assured that at the end of the year, dividend above 35 kobo they paid last year is possible, unless they pay interim at this point, because it's likely that now they've made good money, likely to pay interim minimum for now. Sure, expect to have interim notification of what they are paying, or they are leaving it for a full year. But if you're an investor in this stock, you don't need to run away because you are sure that at the end of the year you're going to enjoy fat dividend.
Yeah, but you should have separated the real net profit from this extraordinary income.
There's always what we call a comprehensive profit.
Yeah.
After your cost of operation for the quarter, then additional income that comes, it can come as extra. If, for example, a company sell his or her property or anything, it can come as extra income.
Extraordinary income should be separated from the net income.
That's what I told you that their report after tax is about 2 points.
Okay.
Then you add 1.5 billion to it, you have to it's still a profit for the period under consideration.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, if that is how it goes, no problem. Now, another company that released results yesterday, let's quickly talk about Champs.
So Champs results yesterday, when they came, I expect that price is selling for 50 kobo, but it's a good result for a company to move from a negative
of 463 million naira to a profit of 159.8 million.
It's a sign that they are recovering from their negative position, which they move actually from negative. It tells you that at the end of the year, if they have not paid dividend before, it's a sign that you should expect good things for them. Because last year they didn't pay dividend because of their loss position. Now they clue that at the end of the year, if they can maintain this position, they are likely to pay either 2 kobo or 3 kobo dividend. If this positive result is maintained in the fourth quarter, in the third quarter, and at the end the full year, investor can what for one to enter this stock at this point, when he's selling for 50 kobo, you need to be very careful because this is selling at a par value. Yes, your risk is low,
Low.
but time to wait is another thing that you should consider. If the price remain at 50 kobo, you're not going to make money. Then you need to come back when you see the third quarter result. It's also pointing to positive direction. You can now come. But for me, I will not jump in immediately now. But I have it to be in my watch list, in my stock watch list, so that this stocks has potential to pay dividend. Then you can now go to other ones. Those are going to pay 3 dividend at this period to shop without dividend and come back later and jump into such.
Okay, while we are still talking about earnings, Nigerian breweries turnover 157.3 billion as against 151.6 billion. Net profit 19.07 billion as against a drop from 21.48 billion. Leaves earnings per share of 2 naira 40 kobo as against 2 naira 71 kobo. What is happening to Nigerian breweries? We've been discussing Nigerian breweries for some time
on this program that their earnings, Nigerian Brewery and Guinness, have been on a flat,
Yeah.
and we expect them to decline. Why? Because the purchasing power of many Nigerians is not enough for them to go after drink as before again. Despite that people drink when there is a celebration, when there is sadness, but now people don't have that money to drink as much as before. That means naturally their sales will drop, and they reflect in this year's second quarter result. For profit to drop with 24% is not a small decline. That means Nigeria Brewery now stock is likely to remain at that range of 113 or even down, because any per share of 2 naira 40 kobo can support a price of 131 naira.
Okay, so new ideas to come, or what should they do to come out of as an investor? What do you expect them to do?
No, what they do now is just to work on their cost. And you know that most Nigeria Brewery and most all these beer company do a lot of adverts,
Adverts,
and these
promotions.
adverts also eat into their profit, because it's part of cost of sales. And at the end of the day, the revenue will be reduced, and then profit after tax also will go down. For me, what they should do now is to target another market. If they have more alcohol before, now with their you can think of new other drinks or innovation that they can go into that will attract or open other new markets for them. I think that's what we should do.
Okay, Waco, last week there was a profit warning of 28 billion naira loss in exchange rate loss they say it's from one of their arms, UNICEF. What do you expect? How does this affect their valuation? And
no, when the notification came to the market responded that he dropped from 73 naira to almost 61 naira. But market being a place that investors are looking for opportunity, even as we speak now, the price have reversed up. But it's include that we should not expect a better result compared to the previous year for the second quarter that we're expecting. Then investors are factored already into their investment, to their thinking that okay, we were not expecting a good result, but the company is not dying. They've given reason why they are giving us profit warning.
Okay.
And you know that the sector they are, as Nigeria has been diversified into agriculture, we need a lot of construction activities to really diversify, because we need to build warehouse and a lot of things, roads to bring out goods from the rural area. On that note, company like Dangote Cement, CCNN, WAPCO, Ashaka, these are companies that that will have a lot of patronage at this point, because the government will want to really
go into infrastructure. Okay, quickly, yesterday Skybank was down again, 8.9%, MRS 5%, Nigerian Police Fund Microfinance Bank 4.8%, QTix 4.71%, and AG Leventis, never say die, 4.12%.
Skybank is no longer used in the market now. The market is responding to what has happened. For the past 5 trading days now, the stock have lost about 40%. That means if you are investing in this stock, this is what part of your money that's gone to the air. But the only thing that is remaining that when it comes to a par value 50 kobo, it will
Yes, at that point, he that is down needs fear
yeah,
no
it
fall.
will stabilize.
Yeah.
But since stabilize, you now look at what is the company doing, especially the new management that just came in. What are they doing to
change
revive
the story?
to change the situation of the bank? And if they can, in the next 2 months, 3 months, okay, out of the 700 billion non-performing loan, they're able to recover 200 billion. It's a sign that something is happening. That is where people now entering at that 50 kobo. Yeah. But I know many investors are waiting. Let it come to that 50 kobo. As far CBN have not nationalized the bank, they are still hope for them. But let us wait and see how the new management revitalize the whole system.
Okay, as at 1:21 p.m. this afternoon, FO was up 16.75 naira. WACO 5 naira 4 kobo. Stanbic IBTC 51 kobo. Zenith Bank 8 kobo. Continental Insurance 5 kobo.
If you look at the companies that are gaining at this point now, these are companies that had December as year end.
Yes.
And investors have that anywhere from now we're expecting quarter results to hit the market. And seeing FO dropping from as high as 330 naira to as 156. Naturally, yes. Investor will be attracted to look the way of FO. That's what we are seeing. But another way is that FO number have not supported the price before now. But the shareholding structure of FO has always held on. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And as an investor, well, you know, like if you're in such stock, you don't panic out because you know that the people behind it will always bring it up. Or you just to hold on and see whether it matters. People that are going to join the rally now at this point are going to benefit from it because it's not going to fall the way it did because those guys, if the price is falling, automatically it's affecting their own position wherever they are. Okay.
On the decliner side, Mobil down 6 naira 49 kobo, DSK 45 kobo, PZ 4 kobo, Unilever 39 kobo, Vitafoam 19 kobo. Yes.
Yeah, the decliners at this point now they are likely to reverse.
Yeah.
Also, those two they are also company that has December as year end.
Yeah.
What we're seeing now is market sentiment, people taking profit. But when results start coming, numbers start hitting the market, and this company posts positive results, expect the price to reverse up. And as it goes up, investor will also benefit from it. But when it pull back like this, it's an opportunity for you to key in as an investor. Yeah. When you see like let's say stock like a Mobi now, you know that Mobi first quarter was fantastic.
Yeah.
Their full year 2015 where they paid 7 naira 20 kobo was okay. If Mobi is dropping, people are happy to buy it at a lower price. That is when the drop like the people are okay, let it still drop again. Not that the company has fundamental issues. Yeah, it does market forces up and down.
Okay, before we move to the next stage, International Breweries closing date. Today is the last date before the closing date for its 35 kobo dividend proposed. Payment is on August 11.
For you to benefit from this Nigerian International Brewery dividend, if you didn't buy today, as at Monday by God's grace, if you are buying that, you will not be benefiting from the dividend. If you're able to buy today, now you can have be among people that will pay dividend at the end of the day. That is why a good investor should always watch this closure date and the payment day. Is very important. If you miss today, that means you'll be excluded from benefiting from International Brewery dividend.
Okay, as we promised the last time, the banker 1000 top 1000 banks in the world report is out, and if we go quickly through the numbers, we see that ICBC of China is number 1 in the globe, then followed by China Construction Bank number 2, before JP Morgan of the US. On number 4 is the Bank of China, and 5 Agri Bank of China. The Chinese have come to stay.
Chinese, their population is working for them. Also, they are looking inward. They are not like depending on importation. They are doing more.
They are
and also they are expanding their own economy. You can see it has reflected on this bank, but they have the capacity. The financial strength is there. One of the US bank is only among the top 5.
Top number 3.
Top 5. That's saying that
Gone are the days when HSBC used to occupy that position, but the Chinese have come with force.
The population of that country is working for them. Also, the government is also thinking of how to empower their people. You can see that the impact is reflecting. That's what we need back here in Nigeria. If we can also empower Nigerians and our banks are strong, before you know it, this country will turn around.
It's like that period when they locked themselves in, and
exactly.
Before the world knew what was going on,
they burst out from where they are covering themselves.
Okay, coming back to Africa, we see the South Africans dominating the first 3 rounds of the ladder. South Africa, Standard Bank of South Africa at number 1
in
Africa, but globally it's 160. First round is on number 2, but on the global ranking it is 172, followed by Nedbank, also of South Africa, on number 3, but in the globe 256. Then you come to Morocco, Atijawa Rafa Bank at 295, People's Bank of Morocco 299, number 5 in Africa, ETI Togo 306 and number 6 in Africa, Zenith Bank Nigeria 325, number 7 in Africa, National Bank of Egypt 366 and 8 in Africa, Investec, also of South Africa, number 9 in Africa and 386 in the world. And on number 10, Bank Misr, Egypt, 406 in the globe.
Yeah, if you look at this top 10 banks in Africa, South Africa taking lead tells you that South Africa is the powerhouse of this Africa in terms of what their economy is well organized, and they have structure. And things are working out in South Africa. Now you can see that it's only just one bank in Nigeria that is Nigerian bank is among the top 10. The ETI is that Nigeria has about 40% in ETI, but fully Nigerian bank is just only Zenith. That tells you that we have a long way to go. But for Zenith to be among the first 500 banks in the world, it's a good thing for Nigeria, but we need to do more. We need to look inward and also develop our own country. How let's put structure in this country. That will go a long way to even reflect on our banks, and the banks will become more stronger so that to drive the economy. I would say that anywhere in the world, bank is the engine room of growth or development. If the banks are weak, you can't go more than where you are. If your banks are strong, they take the economy to the next level. And so we need to government and individuals, stakeholders, investors, we need to work on our banks so that we'll have more Nigerian banks, even becoming the top 5 in Africa. South Africa, in terms of population, they are far below us.
South Africa is 1/4 by population.
Below us. Then we need to work on our population and take advantage of this population to do things. As we are moving to agriculture, let's encourage Nigeria to go into agriculture and fully so that we can export. If we're exporting, they will have foreign exchange. In that process, our banks will become more stronger, and before you know it, we'll be back among before like 2015, Nigeria were around 500 banks, but moving to about 300 something, it's a progress. I think we can do more to move further to 200 again.
Okay, if our economic diversification project works, I think we can set up the regulators and government can set a target that we can to move us forward. But beyond the top 10 banks, Nigerian banks on the top 25 includes First Bank on number 11 in Africa, 417 in the world, GT Bank number 13 and 490, Access Bank number 14 and 522 in the world, UBA number 18 and 670 in the world. On number 20 in Africa, you have Diamond Bank 711, and it's on number 711 globally. And then finally on top 25, you have Fidelity Bank coming at number 23 with an 802 in the world. A rundown of the top 25 in Africa, you have South African banks occupying 5 positions. Nigeria has 7 representatives, Egypt 5, Morocco 3, Kenya 2, Angola 2, and Togo One.
It's a good news for us that we have some of our banks at the top 25, but we need to work more on our banks. And now that CBN is trying to look at the banks very well, let's know the banks that are really not strong. But since they ensure that our banks are distress free and they are strong, they are healthy, I think we can agree with them. Only that let them also inject more ideas that will take the banks from this level to the next level. The forest, new forest flexibility, okay, it's going to impact on the banks, especially their fees income. But that is not enough for the banks. That will need to improve on their profitability. But the bank need to do more. The banks before now have sit in their bank collecting government money to run the bank. They need to go out and come with ideas. People that has ideas that will generate money, they sponsor those ideas. That is how the banks will become more stronger. Not keeping banks money for them and giving it to the public at a high interest rate. The banks have to think outside the box at this point.
Okay, so the banks should think outside of the box,
Yeah.
but the government also needs to work on the economy to make the economy
Right.
more viable.
Yeah.
And when the economy is more viable, then the banks will have more money to trade with and to lend to the investing public. And so, on that note, it's bye for now.